Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to New Age Championship, along to with on other two channels as well, of course, on YouTube and Twitch, Zabi_on_Mike on my Twitch. If you want interested in that, it's going to be the same stream but just on a different account. You can have a look at that as well. So welcome back everyone from wherever part of the world you are watching us. Good evening, good morning and good afternoon, and as it stands you might have to restart the stream here. So I'm looking at things. If things stay as they are, we might have to restart it. So let's actually restart it, because let's wait for a moment to see how it's performing. Let's restart it. Let's restart. So we'll be just restarting the stream and be back in a moment. Alright, welcome back, as we are back now. So apparently seems to be okay on YouTube only. The speed somehow is all on YouTube, like the same stream on YouTube. You can find at the rate it's Zabi on Mike on YouTube, at the rate Zabi_comms. You can find the same stream on YouTube as well, which apparently seems to be in a bit of a better quality than as it is right now on Twitch. So apologies about that, everyone. We're going to be trying to fix this one throughout, but apologies if there's issues here and there. So we're here in, of course, it's going to be 18 minutes of qualifying and then 36 laps of racing here around the Dutch GP, and it says reverse circuit, remember that. So that is going to be interesting. A lot of times this very part is going to be coming on your screen very soon now. No, we're actually far away from that, but, or in fact we are. Yes, this specific wall is crazy, and the one that's coming up ahead is going to be one of the reasons of safety cars around here. Yes, when you come in at speeds during the race time, there is a lot that goes on, and it could make it very risky for the drivers as it stands. So we are out on track at the moment. It's Fino out ahead of everyone, 1:10.055, faster than all of them all so far. What about Tyron? The man is going to be coming over the line now. Does he go fastest? Yes, he does. 1:09.490. What a lap that is from him. Others following behind are going to be trying to go quick as well, but Tyron, the man who currently leads the championship and is your leading man of the pack as it stands. So apparently not sure what's going on, but so apologies about this one. I think we have a little less quality stream, but I think we should be hopefully fine with this one moving forward. But we'll just maybe change it. We'll change things up if we can at the end of qualifying. For the moment, keep it going. For the moment, let's it continue. So at the moment we have drivers, 13 drivers, all of them having set up a time on board. It's Tyron on pole for the fastest lap on provisional pole so far, 1:10.055 for Fino. His teammate Macho's 5/10 behind. Brendo on P4 at the moment. A good lap for him, along with his teammate Evil in P5 as it stands. Special in P6 with D's down in P7. Then as it stands, Checo in P8. He's about to go over the line. Does he improve? He's looking for a better lap time than his previous one over that finish line. Yes, he does. Find about 4/10s, but stays where he was in P8. Then it's Davin and D's. Both of them are about to go over the line. What about Davin in that Ferrari? So nicely done at the moment as it stands. So apparently the quality actually should be exactly the same on every platform, but speeds at the moment are telling me that they are down. So let me actually try and fix things up. We are going to try and actually run this qualifying as a bit of a fixing thing if we can. Apologies about this one, everybody, once again. So once more, if we have the opportunity throughout qualifying, I think let's rather test qualifying, you know, as so there was supposed to be. All right, so let's have a look at this one. Download speeds at the moment seem to be fine. I'm just working this out. Apologies if this is a bit disconnected from the race at the moment, but that is not that is less of a worry right now. Rather try and fix things up is a focus at the moment. So okay, it's not one of the best. It's surely something we'll need improvement on, and so I'll be on quickly fixing it, hopefully. Alright, so still 10 minutes about remaining in this session. So ladies and gentlemen, just in a moment we'll be out of this one and starting the stream again, which I'm hoping it's not an OBS issue, because at the moment I have 3 platforms streaming. Some, yes, understandably, I have multiple platforms streaming. Some have better speeds than others. So we'll be back. Apologies about the stream lag. At the moment we'll just be doing a restart, and hopefully that should be fixing things up in a moment. As just bear with us, 9 minutes, just having some technical issues. 9 minutes still remaining in qualifying, so we'll just hopefully make sure that we make it quick and quickly get through this one as it stands. So just in a moment, 14 drivers at the moment have a time on board, and we'll make sure by the time everyone has a time on board we are back in on onto the track in no time, and with all smooth things and fast. And finally, we should be back, everyone, once more. Welcome back to New Age Championship. It's myself, Zabi, and I'll be taking you through the adventure of the Dutch Grand Prix here at the reverse circuit. Once again, apologies about this. Apologies about this. We had a bit of technical difficulties at the moment, so hopefully we worked our way through and try and quickly fix things up, and now everything should be okay, and you can let me know in the comments as well how it is performing. And once again, apologies about this, a bit of problems we were facing, and hopefully now at the moment we should be okay to go, and okay looking at things, and if there is any lags or anything, still let me know, but hoping that there will be not much anymore. If there is still some, then probably has to be some platform issues, because at the moment the internet and everything is fixed. So focusing on qualifying now at the moment, then Tyron on pole, Fino MP2 is into the gravel, maybe to let out the skip pass, and this is the wall I'm talking about. That's going to be very crucial in the race. Drivers might end up hitting it during the race. So Macho now getting on a fast lap, trying to prepare to go on a fast lap at the moment as it stands. Meanwhile, Brando in P8 to the moment, his lap time has fallen down. What about Davin? He's out on the track. One lap on these hard soft compound tires at the moment as it stands. Then so still trying to do a better job, trying to take things nicely at the moment from others, as David's going to go straight towards the wall and out of qualifying, and that is the reverse layout for you, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Dutch Grand Prix. As we were just watching it on board with him, watching him through, that is him absolutely into the wall. Meanwhile, I have stream beside me and see. Let me know how is the quality and stuff, everything once again, please, because at the moment it doesn't look, or in fact it's fine actually. It's decent in my opinion, as long as it's not laggy, it's smooth, and everything you should be okay with the one. So Devin is into the wall, and one Ferrari already out of this one. So now in qualifying at the moment there is a Aston Martin. There's two Aston Martins actually. That is Freddie on at the moment on a flying lap. And meanwhile Special gets a grid penalty, 5th place grid penalty. So I wonder if he's going to keep that, or a lobby restart's going to be on the way over that finish line. Does he improve? Yes, does improve by 7/10, and goes just ahead of Coda Reeves and DJ. In the moment in that for Mercedes, struggling now left and right, here and there. What about Mido in the Mercedes? In fact, his teammate Checo at the moment out on a cool down lap now, beginning with his flying lap, but 2 laps on those soft compound tires. Might just decide to come into the pit lane, but I think now with only ending moments of qualifying as it stands, not a lot you can do, and everybody over the line would be looking for some improvement. And Fino has got a very good improvement here, then 109.851, a very good lap from him. Meanwhile Midu only P10, right behind comes one of the other cars. What about Brando in the Sauber, 26 seconds down on his previous time. So everybody now just beginning at the moment with their flying laps, some treating these as cool down laps, some doing those fastest laps. So D's now with just a minute to go, starting with their flying lap as well as it stands here in qualifying. 50 seconds to go, so whoever goes over the line will be going for the over the line for the final time. A couple of drivers in the pits actually, Macho, Coda Reeves, DJ and Edward in the pit lane. Meanwhile Freddie, of course, I was on a flying lap earlier, won't improve this time. What about Tyron? Is he going to extend his pole margin? No, he doesn't improve. He can't improve as it stands. Evil is just going to be over the line. What about Checo over that finish line? Doesn't improve as well. So Tyron hasn't improved on his final lap. Can Fino do something about it? No, he's into the pit lane. What about Weedia? That should be Ian, I believe, making his way around the final 3 corners. Why is that blue car? That is Special and over the line. Is he finding any improvement? No, 1.3 seconds down. So drivers are not finding any improvements in these final sectors of the lap, in these final laps of this race. Has Weedia found something? No, he hasn't as well. What about Brando over that finish line? 5/10 down as well. This is absolutely interesting, as nobody's improving on their final laps. What about Dees? He's just making his way around the final corner. He hasn't found anything in that middle sector, but can he do it over the finish line? No, he in fact can. Yes, he can. Over 2.4 tenths and goes P4. Very good lap from D's in that Ferrari. At the moment we're trying to find and look for drivers who are going to be closer to that finish line. What about Freddie? Is going to be on a flying lap. I don't think he's going to be improving at the moment. I don't know what was that, but... And Tyrone's had improve. Tyrone, we were looking at, didn't improve on his previous lap, but finds one this time. 109.035, extends his pole margin and takes pole position by nearly 8/10, unless somebody else. Only two RBs out on track, and both of them would be looking to come into the pit lane as well. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic of a lap time from Tyrone at the moment. But wait a minute, can WeDR do something about it though? He's on his final flying lap over that finish line. Does he find an improvement? Yes, he does. Improve by over 11/10, but only good enough for Pete, and just moves towards the top 10. But that is one and only the man that we have seen every week, every race, week in, week out, at the top of the timing charts, as he's going to take pole position. Will Tyrone, his third pole of the year here in this round 5. So this should be actually his round 5 it is, I believe. It's round 5, if I'm not mistaken. But these are your podium qualifying results. Then Tyrone pole ahead of Fino in P2, with Evil in P3, D's in P5, Checo in P6, with Macho Special Brendo, not Panda, Brendo, Devin and VDR on P10, just outside Armidu, Edward, Freddy, Cotter Reeves and DJ in that top 15. And what a performance from Tyrone once more. He takes pole position by over 8/10. He takes pole position by. So fantastic one that is. And we should be out for a few moments as we drivers prepare their cars, teams prepare their drivers and setups and everything ready, and we will be back as soon as we are out on track and we have to go racing once more, of course. So we'll be back in no time. And we are at it in no time. Of course, drivers are now out and ready to go racing for the 36 laps of the board here at the Dutch Grand Prix reverse circuit. That always provides something interesting, and a lot of drivers starting on that soft compound tire. Is there rain around here? Because that is an interesting feat. Because no driver out on a set of hards out here. So Tyrone, Finu, Evil, Checo, Macho, Brando, Mido and Special on a set of mediums. Then Cotter Reeves, DJ, Freddy, Edward, WeDR, Devin and D's on a set of soft compound tires. So that is interesting, all mixed up between these drivers. No one has opted for a set of hards out here, so no one looking to go long. It is 36 laps. It's not like a lot less laps are going to be there. So surely there's going to be something we are going to be witnessing, and it might just be rain out on track. So just as we have everybody parked up. Alright, so it's a one-stop strategy then around here. So says either soft, hard as well, so possibly medium hard would be using that one-stop strategy around here, unless of course there's some safety cars and here and there things, but other than that, there will no need to do 2 pit stops at the moment, so that is the reason that many of them have started on a set of soft compound tire. The grid is set and we are ready to go racing here at the Dutch Grand Prix. It's going to be 5 lights out and we go racing here at the Dutch Grand Prix. It's going to be Edward. What a start from Fino. Tyrone has got a good start. Surely he has got a good start as well, but so has Fino heading towards turn 1. This is going to be interesting as Dees is on the inside line of Evil. Around the outside goes Evil there of an overtake for him around the outside. Dees unable to get it. Oh, so close between Dees and Macho there. Meanwhile, Checo is gaining place as well. Macho loses out as they're still side by side. Who's going to be there though? Gaining that place on the inside line goes Checo. They're still going to be side by side, wheel to wheel. The two are unable to leave each other. Nobody wants to give up on that place. Checo might have to do that towards the end as we're going to go to the back of the grid. It's Devon in P8, P9 as Weedy are. The two RB drivers fight each other as Weedy is going to be through on special as it stands. Meanwhile, right behind comes Midu. Through goes Midu on special. But special tries to hang on there around the outside. He can't do it. What about Carter Reeves? He's going to go down the inside line as well. They're going to be side by side. Who's going to come out on top? Carter Reeves and the McLaren has to get out of the way and lose that place. But look at that. What a start to this race we've had. Only lap 1, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even got to the end of it just right now. And Fino now leads the Dutch Grand Prix. It starts on the medium tyre as well. Both of them on a set of mediums. So Tyrone just unable to get off the line nicely. Unable to get off the line at least better than Fino. And Fino, what a start for him at the moment. Taking that race lead. Sure, he's done that, but I mean, speed Tyrone has got. Tyrone, remember, took pole from Fino by over 8 tenths. So qualifying, he got that over him. But how long is that going to be? And that's out. Devon is out of the Grand Prix and not sure what has happened, so there should be a virtual safety car at best as it stands, but on lap 2 already, and it is around that part, the part where it is very tricky indeed. That wall on the outside always gives you a bit of a, you know, especially in the reverse circuit, it's not easy to keep it on track, and surely these drivers have been unable to. It's a virtual safety car, of course, so it might have not been a bigger incident, which has allowed the stewards to just call out on the virtual safety car and the marshals to clear out the debris and everything. So Fino now leads ahead of Tyrone and with Dees in P3. Nice helmet job from Dees there, golden, almost similar to Lewis Hamilton's helmet design then. From then as it stands. Macho in P4, Avil in P5, Checo in P6 in the Mercedes, followed by Brando P7, WDR P8 with Midu P9, and Carter Reeves completes the top 10. Special in P11 comes into the pits then. Interesting instead of mediums, but I believe he had front wing damage. That would be the reason he comes into the pit lane and gets himself a new front wing along with Edward. On a set of soft compound tires. What tire does he go on? He doesn't have front, he does have a front wing chain and goes on to a set of mediums. That is interesting. Meanwhile, we are green and racing here at the Dutch GP once more at Zenwoord. Reverse circuit, of course, a very tricky part of the track, and down the outside now there's going to be a chance for Tyrone to go for it already, and he's been caught napping, has been Fino under the virtual safety car, but he's still going to be trying to fight it out. As Tyrone's going to have the inside line, Fino's going to have the outside line. He's going to go for it. What a brave move from Fino there, and into the back goes Dees as Dees smashes it into the back of Tyrone there and gets a bit of front wing damage to his Ferrari. Then right hand end plate is going to be needed. Meanwhile, Macho right behind is going to be in the other Red Bull, going to try and get ahead of Dees there. Can he get around the outside into that banking? No, there's a bit of contact between the two as well. Absolutely great racing already between these drivers. Of course, medium tire on a track, you know, overcast conditions, so it allows them to go do more laps on these tires as well. A lot less tire degradation that allows for something as Tyrone now gets the fastest lap. Macho now gets the fastest lap, but Tyrone might be going for it round the outside. No, he can't. He might be touching the wall. Yes, he is. He's made contact with the wall. He's out of this race. What has happened there? Tyrone, the man who has won every single race we race this season, is out of the Grand Prix. There's no safety car for that, but that is absolutely surprising. Meanwhile, another Red Bull of Macho has went down up ahead, but not sure what exactly happened because we saw him make contact with the wall on the outside there, heading towards turn 1, and Macho has a spin and nearly misses out on Corner Reeves. And what a start to this race we've had. So surely this is gonna be the race. You know, Verstappen couldn't win every single race in 23. Tyrone isn't gonna win every single race in season 5. As it stands, then Fino leads at that GP with these 2.8 seconds behind on a set of soft compound tires. Of course, later in this race, it's gonna be interesting to see how good of a job is going to be done by these drivers. Hope you all watching are enjoying this amazing action brought to you by myself, along with in collaboration with New Age Championship. Meanwhile, Evil's going to find another chance to go round the outer day out of sight of D. So D is surely struggling on a set of soft tires out here. They're not quite easy to go racing. Meanwhile, Checo right behind these guys as well, not far behind. So this is going to be a three-way fight for second place. Meanwhile, Fino is at the top, doing a fantastic job on his own. And now D is struggling on these soft tires already on lap 4 out of 36 laps. I think just one lap, just one stop in this race. So a minimum of 10 laps, I believe these drivers would need to do to go to the end of this race. Of course, with the pit on lap 10, then go to a set of soft tires, to a set of hard tires to see you to the end of this race. Meanwhile, one man on a set of medium tires is going to go on the inside line of D's and make that overtake. D's might try and come back on the outside, but no, he can't. Doesn't have the speed, doesn't have the traction and grip to go for it. He's going to come into the pit lane already on lap 5, so that's going to be a lot of laps, even if he goes on a set of hard tires. I think 20 laps on a set of hards. That are going to be pretty difficult to do, but let's see how good he does. Does he change front wing? Yes, he does. Get that front wing change and goes on to a set of hard compound tire. Job well done to the Ferrari crew, getting him out of the pit lane pretty quickly. So lap 6 out of 36, and Fino now leads the Dutch GP ahead of everyone. Job well done to him as it stands, and not sure what exactly happened with Tyrone there, to be honest. He hit the wall as well, so exactly, be it making contact with somebody or on your own, especially this circuit, that reverse circuit here around Zandvoort always brings you nice things, and surely now this specific corner is an interesting one as well, this coming up ahead. I'll show you. Oh, that's going to be close. And Freddie goes into the back of that Red Bull, of that Mercedes McLaren of DJ. And has he got any damage? Yes, he has. He's got that front wing end plate missing now. I wonder if it's because of the car ahead or by himself. As around the outside, they're going to be side by side. They almost make contact as DJ has to back out of this one to avoid any further conflict between the two drivers. But Freddie is through into P8. We already have 3. Oh, Macho's out as well. Macho's retired out of this one then. So 3 drivers out of this race already, with 15 starting. Devon, Tyrone and Macho out of this race, as 12 now remain in this one. Meanwhile, this battle is going to be heating up between the two. That's going to be one of the RBs. That is, of course, none other than Special out there. Sorry, VDR out there ahead of Mido. So these two are going to be fighting each other at the moment as it stands. So keeping it through, taking it nice and tight. Let's bring this one here, as of course last week I believe next to 20 drivers were here, so we couldn't keep it under the drivers. But that's just visible out there at the moment. That was wide going Mido, and look at that again. That specific part of the track is always so. Interestingly, one red Mercedes is fighting a RB, the other is fighting Sauber out for second place. 7/10 the gap between the two. So 8-10 between D's and Special as it stands, fighting for P9 at the moment. Of course, everyone ahead will be getting out of their way. Meanwhile, Macho has left the session, but it doesn't matter as he's out of the race already. So 8 laps in out of 36. I think maybe had Tyrone been there, fight would have been nice, but it's interesting to see. I think surely as everybody pits, we're going to be getting to the better pit stops, better things throughout the race. Only on lap 8 out of 36, of course. These 8 laps have been pretty rapid. Meanwhile, there's a yellow flag at the back. Who is it from, though? Because at the back, we just see the yellow flag. Days at the moment. Now the gap was quite a lot, I believe. More than 1 second. There's only 5/10 between the two now. As Special goes a little bit wide. I'm trying to see if there is any damage to Deez's Ferrari out here. I don't suspect any of that. So, is it to the RB of Special as well? No. So no, at least no physical front wing damage to these guys unless they went side by side. And a bit of side pod damage could well be the reason of what exactly went wrong, but not quite sure what exactly went wrong. Meanwhile, DJ is into the wall, and that is exactly where he has went into the wall. Around the outside. And this time, it's not going to be a virtual safety car, but rather a full course caution safety car. And sure, those who haven't pitted will get a treat out here. Freddy, VDR, Midu, Brando, Checo, Evil, and Fino, all without a pit stop. We'll be heading to the hard compound tire very soon, and definitely the outside, the walls around here, especially. I mean, it's a classic circuit. You know, last time out in Saudi Arabia, their drivers did a fantastic job. Even that being a street circuit, but here around a classic circuit, of course, of F1, it's a racing circuit, but you know, it's a classic one from a long time. So surely that's gonna be a bit of a problem and interesting. We have a bot in the chat. We do not want that out here, but interestingly, so now drivers doing all they can, doing the job here in under the safety car. And now with DJ out, only 11 drivers remain. I mean, surely this is a hard circuit, but even Saudi wasn't even as punishing as this one within 8 laps. We have multiple drivers out, and 4 of them out of this one, with 11 now only remain. So as long as you finish, apart from Edward, who's in P11, you'll be getting that. But yeah, I wonder if Days and Special decide to pit. So they haven't decided to pit at the moment. They're actually far away from the rest of the pack as well. I think it's a nice opportunity for both of them. Having done 3 and 6 laps on a set of hards. A nice opportunity to go on set of new hard tyres at the moment. Which I believe will be the better choice for them, but they have just pitted earlier on, so they will not pit. Both of them are going to stay out and prefer track position, so a possible expectation of another safety car soon will make sense to me, them not pitting right now. Of course, I mean, they're on new tires as well, but everybody who's going to pit right now will be on brand new tires as well. So interesting now. I think they've interestingly, they've preferred track position, but they're still only in P7 and 8. So, I mean, the best actually going to happen to them is going to be they're going to get closer to the pack. At the moment, other than that, not much they can do. And now 10 laps in now, and on a set of hard tyres, Fino, along with Checo, VDR, Midu, all of these guys for Freddy as well, on a set of new hard tyres. He goes onto a set of mediums. That is interesting. Maybe he's in to pay that penalty, but so nicely. I think definitely now we shouldn't be expecting these guys to pit. So everybody's pit 1 pit stop apart from Freddy and Edward, the 2 Aston Martin drivers. So we should actually be seeing these drivers go to the end. I doubt the soft tire runners, though. They will need to pit once more. I don't think they can do over 16. A bit tricky as it stands, and definitely these drivers are not finding it easy at all. They're not. Excuse me. So yeah, they're not finding it easy at all around here. Oops. And there we go, we are back. Apologies for a slight disconnection, unfortunately. I have my phone connected basically as an Ethernet cable, so USB tethering my phone internet to the stream, and when I took my phone to use, it apparently disconnected, so I do not now need to touch I have to touch my phone then till the end of this race. And I think within 8 laps in a 36 lap race, already 4 drivers out of this one. It's a big one, I think. Interesting, but let's see how this one is going to be. So I said at least 1 safety car, and we've had 2 already, right? I'm not sure, because we had virtual safety car, and I'm not sure if we had a safety car before this one or not. So, but still, I mean, at least 1 safety car is out here, and it's still staying out this lap. So staying out this one, that means not lap 12 restart, or possibly a lap 13 restart at the moment is gonna be the case. And nice one in, you know, with Tyron winning, Tyron taking victories. Couple of races in a row, but now Finu leads with Tyron out of this race. A big opportunity for him. I mean, for him, but not only for him, others as well. And Evil on a set of soft tires, and surely he's on a set of softs for a reason, and that reason is to try and attack Finu for that race lead, because Brendo, remember, that is Zerky, got pole back in Singapore, I believe it was. He got pole position, but unable to catch up with the rest of the pack. Not the rest of the pack. He was fighting with Tyron for a long time, but he couldn't get victory, so surely he's going to try and take that revenge, if not for himself, for his teammate at the moment as it stands. So interesting now. Lap 12 out of 36. We should be having the safety car come in this lap, so just a bit of wait of things in a moment. As soon as that is over, the safety car is in, and we'll be going racing. So we'll just take a bit of a rest, let you guys enjoy the noise and sound of these amazing Formula 1 cars. And as we have the safety car into the pit lane, these guys ready to race, we'll be back with it. And we are ready to go racing here for the safety car restart out here with Fino out in the moment now. Checo's right behind Evil, and they're all together. Fino's quite went for it. Has Checo caught napping? Evil caught napping out here at the moment. We're yet to find out, and yes he has. Evil himself, who was on a set of soft compound tires, trying to get ahead of Fino, has been overtaken at the safety car restart already, and Checo on a set of hard tires will be flying at the moment. The fact that these soft tires will feel horrible after the safety car restart, of course, driving very slow. They're going to be cold as driving on ice. But still, Checo has managed to get an overtake as compared on Evil, who's on a set of soft compound tires. Meanwhile, Midu in the other Mercedes is through as well. Or is he? As Media's going to come back at him on the inside line. They're going to be side by side. Nobody wants to let go of this one on the inside line. Midu has it. He still has his nose in on that RP, but just has to back out in the end. Meanwhile, Dees is right behind these guys as well, just trying to stay all together. A special's going to be heading towards the gravel. He's just managed to keep it out of the walls, but that would have been a bit closer as well. Surely just managed to keep out of the wall. The RP into the gravel, doing a decent job out of the wall as it stands, but would have been interesting. So Edward and Freddie at the moment, 2 Aston Martin drivers fighting for P9 and 10, of course. They'll be getting points as long as they finish this race as it stands in this one, though. So at the top, it is going to be Evil and Brendo fighting for it. At the back, it's going to be Midu and BTR fighting for it down the inside lane. He sends it of the RP into turn 1. Alright, now we've lost out to my PlayStation as it stands, so we'll be right back. in a few moments' time. And there we go, we are back with it, everyone. Apologies about this one once again. Tonight's stream hasn't been on the smoothest of sides. Still out here trying everything to bring you guys all the action we can, as we still have 11 drivers in this one. So my PlayStation gave up on me at this point, and that was the reason I disconnected out of the session. But we are now back, all thanks to Midu, the man on your screen, giving us a invite into the session that allowed us to be rapidly back in this one. So drivers going towards that two-stop strategy as it stands, especially the two RB drivers. Brendo having that 7 laps on those soft tires, now out of this fight. So now Evil in P2, 3.2 behind Fino, and he's managed to overtake Checo, who's got Dees right behind him. That is interesting. Dees is right behind Checo, fighting for that third place, that final place on the podium. Along with him, DR and Carter Reeves are going to be fighting for that 6th place, so that is going to be interesting as well. Right behind them is going to be Freddy, not far behind, so that's going to be interesting. Meanwhile, Edward and Special are closer as well, so definitely now this is getting interesting. This is going towards an absolute fantastic race. Out here is this one, so we are just able to stay ahead of Carter Reeves for the moment as it stands, but for how long though, because Carter Reeves is going to be now in a bit of pressure from Freddy, who's not going to be letting him have it easy at all, so he's going to let him work for that position. P7, Freddy wants it as well. It's going to be a big position for both the drivers as it stands. If we go to the top for that third place, Reeves is going to be on the inside line, going for it into turn 1. No, he has to back out of it. For a moment, he was right behind with that battery, DRS, everything to try and overtake, but just in the ending moments had to back out of it, not risking anything at all. And right now, it's interesting to see, because Carter Reeves is now going to try and put that pressure on WeDR. That would have been on him as it stands. I believe is Ian is WeDR and Special is Oliver, but at least one or the other. So lap 19 out of 36. We're more than halfway. We're halfway through to this race, and halfway still remaining in this one. So still a long way to go in this race, and definitely drivers fighting for third place. This one between Dees and Checo is surely an interesting fight. Meanwhile, at the back between Freddy and Carter Reeves as well. So Carter Reeves on 12 lap soft tires. Look at that. I think that is kudos to him, because sure, 9-lap all mediums are older as well, but not as old as the 12-lap old hard soft tyres. Meanwhile, for Carter Reeves is challenging BDR, who's on a set of hard tyres, as Carter Reeves struggling to keep it on track on the exit there. Of course, having done 12 laps on these soft tyres, I think now he actually has a good opportunity to undercut VDR at the moment, being on the set of soft compound tire. Meanwhile, Dees has managed to make an overtake on Checo and got himself up into 4th place, and job well done to the Ferrari driver. He's made it into 3rd place on lap 20 out of 36. Surely Checo's going to be coming back at him. Checo is surely not going to let him easy, and look at this little trade is forming up here. P6, WeDR, Carter Reeves, Special, so Freddy, Special, Edward in P10 as well. So definitely this little 1, 2, 3, 4 car train is going to be on the way. That WeDR leads at the moment. Checo and Dees are fighting each other as well. So Checo 3/10 behind Dees at the moment. Surely round the main straight once more. Another opportunity is going to be on Reeves' way. Checo's way for an overtake, possible overtake for him around the main straight once more, but will Dees may be able to defend this one? He's using all his battery he can, so is Checo, along with the help of that rear wing open, that DRS, he's using that battery as well. Will he be able to make his overtake through on the inside or the outside? No, he can't quite find the space, he can't quite find the speed as that he has been looking for at the moment. Meanwhile, Special gains that place on Edward, who's has he came out of the pit lane? No, he hasn't. As Carter Reeves went on to a set of a medium compound tire at the moment, and 18 laps from Special. So surely on a track like this, that's not very hard on the tires in terms of degradation and graining. So they're going to be easily able to do over 20 laps on these hard compound tires. Let's say Dees. Let's see how many he's able to do on the set of mediums though, because interestingly, Fino, as it stands, should be easily able to go. You know, he will need to work though towards the end. After they're going to be fast maybe, but it's going to have to work a bit hard, but still might just be able to make it towards the end of the race on these hard compound tires with Evil in P2. 6.8 seconds behind him, 1.7 behind is Dees only, and definitely 11 laps that are going to turn into 12 at the as soon as he comes across that line now on these soft compound tires. That is a long way in this race. That is an absolute blinder of a job at the moment from him, having done all 12 laps. So surely I think 20 laps on the hards, 12 on the soft, 15 or 18 laps easily should be able to be done on these medium tires as well, but definitely these will need to do a 2-stop, because on the medium tire I doubt if it's going to be able to go to the end of it. If he manages to the end of it, that's going to be absolutely mega job. But we're yet to find out whether he'll be able to do that or not. So interesting with the pit stops coming in once again. Drivers are out of sync, apart from this little battle here between Evil and Deez. As it stands, these two drivers are going to be fighting for it and giving it everything. Meanwhile, at the back, Freddy and Edward are going to be having a battle here as well. One is on 19-lap old hards, the other is on 12-lap old mediums. How good is this one going to be? Meanwhile, Evil now into the pit lane from those soft compound tires in second place. Gets out of the way, gets a second place to Deez without a fight out on track. But this is going to be interesting to see now whether Evil or, in fact, Freddy head into the pit lane. Freddy doesn't head in the pit lane. I thought for a moment he's heading into the pit lane, so he stayed to the inside line, maybe opting out of the pit entry there, and just gets overtaken by Special anyways at the moment. As we're looking at this, Edward in this moment. So everybody now making their pit stops. Evil now out on a set of medium tires, so easy to the end on these softer medium tires now, and tire deficit against everyone for him is going to be a plus. He should be taking more than 5 laps to get himself back into the top 5. That'll need him to be fighting for it once more. Meanwhile, Brando is into the pit lane, but with a bad news, with a 5-second time penalty. Actually, interestingly, last 2 races that I've commentated on, one was around Austria, the other was around the Canadian GP. So many, actually, so many penalties to them. I think every single driver got a penalty in those races, apart from one drivers. So bear in mind, one had 10 drivers, but the other had full grid, full 20 drivers on the grid, and every single one of them had a penalty apart from one. But here, this one, only one driver having a penalty is a nice thing. Sure, of course, not for them, but... Oh, that's an interesting one. He says he's hit the wall on the pit entry then. Not sure what happened, or was that a bug? Because... Oh, he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall on the outside. That has been the reason, him touching the wall. He's not going to get that front wing. In fact, he is going to get that front wing changed then now, with a damaged wing out of the Aston Martin car. And this is interesting now, but I think now with 12 laps, lap 24 out of 36, Evil's going to be through on the inside line of Special, down the outside, making that move on brand new medium compound tires that are going to be feeling like driving an absolute blinding of a race. He's going to feel all the grip he's ever felt this race after driving 12 laps or 13 laps on those soft compound tires. We know 21 laps on these hards from Special at the moment, so surely he might be looking for a soft tire and then as it stands, we've got 21 laps on these tires, of course staying out too long, so the best thing would be that he gets on to a set of soft tires to the end of the race. What about Deez then? He has gotten out on a set of soft compound tires, whereas DR is going to be making his way around the final corner. He's out on old tires though, but is Deez going to be closer to it with Evil there though on the exit of that pit lane? No, he won't, but he's been just behind. Comes out just behind. Oh, that was close. Behind Evil and ahead of Special. They make contact on the inside line. He sent his nose in, and for a moment Special thought to back out of it, and he thought to go for it in the end, unable to overtake him, but that could have been very risky for both the drivers. Of course, Special will not have much grip being on older tyres, and that explains what would be the case. So, of course, as soon as both RBs end up pitting, Evil will end up in Deez will end up right behind Evil, and with these two Mercedes drivers pitting as well, gonna be the case. And they've done over 15 laps. They can probably do over 20 laps on these hard tyres, but I doubt they'll be able to do over 25 laps. 15 laps right now on those hards and 10 laps more. Surely Teko's into the pit lane already. As we talk about it, what about Mito? His teammate stays out. Of course, they don't want to double stack it as it stands, as Edward has been overtaken, or in fact, Edward has overtaken WeDR at the moment. WeDR might have made a mistake, not quite sure on what exactly went wrong. So now 10 laps to go, and drivers are bidding for a soft compound tire, and let me tell you, it's been a long time, especially on this game. Like, this tire model on F125 has been Very punishing, very difficult on so many tracks that you don't even see drivers use the soft compound tire. Because it doesn't last you more than 3 laps, more than 4 laps. It will get run out of grip, but on a race like this, it surely lasts you a lot more. And on the inside line now, Checo surely showing all the speed he can, especially showing the magic of that soft compound tire. Doing all he can, doing all that is needed out of him. Gets himself into P5, and definitely now D's out on a set of softs as well, but only 1.8 seconds behind Evil as it stands, so that should be interesting. And now there's a yellow flag at the top. Not sure who was it from, but Fino that now 18 seconds the gap behind Evil, behind Midu actually, for Fino. Midu now into the pit lane as well, so that surely means that gap to the leader over 19 seconds with Midu retiring into the pit lane. It's going to be 26 seconds of the gap to Evil. So Fino at the moment is actually on a free pit stop. The way he's driving, the way he's got speed up, he's absolutely flying around despite being on a set of old hard. So medium fastest lap 112.524 at the moment to Evil, but interestingly now an overtake from on Edward, on Midu from Edward, but that is because Edward is yet to pit in this race. He will need to pit once more as Midu is into the pit lane and on the set of soft compound tires, and we should be expecting Fino now into the pits as well very soon. And looking at things at the moment, just about right now, Midu now gets his position back on Edward as it stands. Got overtaken by one Mercedes, gets overtaken by another. Is Edward at the moment, and now the Red Bull of Fino is into the pit lane at the moment. He's gonna be driving, meanwhile Daze and Evil at 1.4 seconds, 1.2 seconds apart of each other. Evil's just making his way around the final corner. He's gonna be nowhere near Fino as it stands, and out of the pit lane. He's ahead and still over 7.7 seconds, 7.1 seconds, absolutely fantastic. He's got out on a free pit stop, and Checo gets the fastest lap at the moment, but it won't be too long before Fino, he's out on a set of mediums. Interestingly, we did not check that out, so either he did not have a set of soft tires, or he did not trust the set of softs and wanted to run away from the ones on the soft tires and really do a job to get himself out on a set of mediums and for an overtake very soon. In the moment, there's this little battle nicely between Freddy right behind is Brendo, who's out on a set of 5-lap old hard tires down the inside line. He's going to send it on the inside. They do make contact. I was about to say they nearly make contact. They do make contact, and Freddy's heading towards the wall. He just manages to keep out of this one. After ages, we got some action, and that was almost a race-ending one for Freddy as it stands, but just manages to keep it out of the way, and that is the beauty of this circuit, though. It's not a street circuit, so even if you make a mistake, a lot of run-off area to really come on top and really save your car. But look at that, so Freddy, Brendo went on, tried to go on the inside line of him. And then they make contact, of course. The back of Brendo's car hit Freddy, front of Freddy, and that was going to be a bit of a problem at the top. Meanwhile, the problem is going to be for Evil at the top, as that second place now looks to be in danger with Days only 4/10 behind him. He will have to apply all the defending tricks that he knows. He will have to apply all that he knows about defending, about staying ahead of another car within 1 second of you. That DRS and that ERSDs will be saving at the moment, actually 70% to Evil and only 20% to D's. So surely D's has actually used a lot of it then as it stands to only keep up with these. So that is with Evil. So that is surely interesting. That's not easy at all for these guys at the moment. Keep out Fino, meanwhile, even on a set of medium tires, has got the fastest lap. But Daze is going to be doing everything to get ahead of Evil as it stands. He's using all the battery he can, but so is able to stay ahead of him. Maybe his defending tricks will be working. We never know yet. The gap now only 2 tenths between the two. Any opportunity to Daze and he'll be through and ahead into second place. He's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time throughout this race. Planning out strategies, planning out different stops at different times for you, for your whole race as it stands. And the man is out on a mission at the moment. So at the back, this little fight between... between Freddy and VDR, but that's going to be far away. Meanwhile, this one between these two is on. And from that helicopter cam, it's a fantastic view to watch, to have us watch this little fight between the two for second place on the grid. Lap 30 out of 36. Our leader is going to be about to making their way around the final corner, so they should be heading towards lap 31. They lead by 8.9 seconds, but Daze finds it difficult, doesn't find it easy at all, unable to get ahead of Daze. But now as it stands, he might have saved a bit of ERS that he surely needs to overtake, and Evil already moves to the inside line to defend from Daze there, and he's going to move with him as well to get that extra speed with a bit of toe and slipstream. He can, but unable to get that once more, and one more time Daze unable to get past Evil as it stands. So that is interesting. Not sure what happened, because surely there were two Eston and RBs fighting each other, and that was indeed these two guys in the final few positions. That is, of course, Freddy and VDR. So both of these guys at the moment will be fighting each other for the final points scoring position. Actually, only 11 drivers in this race, so only one driver will not be scoring in this one, so they need a bit of fight. In the 9.1 seconds, Fino is continuing his dominance. An absolute fantastic performance from him at the moment as it stands, and Daze has lost out the time. He has completely lost out. Still within 1 second though, but the gap which was within half a second is now over 9 tenths, which might allow Evil to just stay out and be keeping that bit of trouble, in fact, keeping himself out of trouble, and the gap is now out over 1 second. He's going to get that DRS Daze, but unable to keep. So surely 7 lap on those hard, soft tires. 4 more laps to go. He's going to be able to finish. He's going to be able to do these 12 laps, but still never know. I mean, still could be anybody's game. We're yet to find out, because sometimes it does happen, though. Sometimes the medium tire on multiple tracks doesn't perform as good as the soft compound tires does. So absolutely we are out here and looking for things, and of course different tire compounds as well, you know, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6 I believe, if there is one, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe different tires, you know. If this is going to be C1, C2, C3, the soft tire is going to be a hard tire for some tracks, and the hard tire isn't going to be in soft tire. Hard tire is actually going to be out, the maximum one. But interestingly, there is a driver out or something. No, there's no driver out. There's yellow flag at the start at the straight, but not sure what exactly happened. Meanwhile, at the back, Brando looking at his car. He's got front wing end attached. Meanwhile, these two are fighting for it. Oh, it might have been Brando. It might have been Brando, because he was within top 10 for a while, and he's out of it now. So sure that means that he's made a mistake, and that has been the reason out of this one. Meanwhile, the reason that we were looking for, an overtake for Daze to get ahead of Evil. Can he quite do it though? Lap 33 out of 36. He's been after it lap after lap. Many laps coming. He's looking for an overtake, but unable to do it yet. Just yet though. When will he be doing that? As we are yet to find that out, of course. So looking for things. Lap 33 out of 36 as it stands. Brando 1/6 tenths just ahead of VDR. So he's made up all the ground back, actually. He's made up all that places and space that he lost out with that mistake. Is back again, and Freddy doing a decent job in P9 at the moment, ahead of ETR and Brando. So VDR, D's once again over 1 second gap to Evil, unable to get past. He's trying everything but unable to do it. And now this little go on is going to be interesting. Meanwhile, VDR is going to be in trouble from Brendo at the moment around the outside. He's going to try and get past Freddy. So he's not the one in trouble from Brendo, but both of them are going to be the driver in the limelight between these guys, because surely the fight is going to be interesting and they will not be left out at all, because Brendo doesn't want to leave them out. He wants that, at least, even if he can get that 1 point, he wants that for the Sauber team. He goes onto the grass, almost lost that car, but he's going to be there down the inside line, goes for it, and sends it on the inside line. He's got that overtake done. He's got one overtake. Can he get that another one? No, in fact, he's coming back at him. VTR's coming back at him. He's pushed him wide. Brendo has been pushed wide onto the grass and has to avoid making contact and get out of the way. Otherwise, it could have been a problem for both of them as it stands. Now, Fino, lap 34, making his way around the final corner. He's going to be on to lap 35 in no time. 11.6 seconds. The gap has only increased. Meanwhile, Evil now 1.4 behind ahead of these as well, so doing a decent job at the back. Meanwhile, Midu and the two Mercedes drivers closer to each other, actually. Midu and Checo within 1 second. Meanwhile, Brendo is ahead now. Is going to be round the outside of VDR. That's surely helping Freddy move away and pull away from these guys. This little fight between the two. Both of them not able to give away. Both of them not willing to give away at all any of this little fight. Going to be interesting between the two, because none of them, both the drivers, don't want to give this one up. The only drivers within 1 second of each other, along with the two Mercedes drivers down the inside line now. Brennan's going to go, going for it around the outside now. He was on the inside line earlier. He's on the outside line now. And now this time he's made the move. Has got the overtake done, but with Freddy over 1.3 seconds, that DRS is not going to be on that Sauber. That DRS will be on that RB, but the rear wing on that Sauber will not be opening up. So surely that advantage is going to be going VDR's way as well. Looking at this one, once again, Fido's into the final lap now. He's making his way lap 36 out of 36. Absolutely fantastic. Meanwhile, we are focused on this little battle out here at the back, still fighting for the final point scoring position is going to be out there between the two, doing all they can to keep it to themselves, doing all they can to really give it everything for this one, for this team, for their teams especially. And now the two Mercedes drivers actually doing a decent job. P4 and 5 has to be the constructors team of the ring. Coulter Reeves in P7, that is an absolute interesting one as well. So looking at things, Fino leads ahead of Evil in P2 with the D's in P3, Checo in P4 with Midu in P5, Edward in P6, absolutely fantastic for him. Then comes Coulter Reeves in P7, Special in P9, Freddy in Special in P8 actually, Freddy in P9 with Brando and VDR in P10. Meanwhile, our race leader actually a little bit away from that finish line, but not far away as the man on your screen who couldn't qualify on pole got that front row, fought the leader at the race start, took the lead into turn 1, and is gonna be making his way around the final corner, and Fino is gonna come over the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix, and a different winner than Tyrone for the first time this season. It's a fantastic race. Job well done, absolute dominance, 14 seconds over Evil, who's going to be coming in second place as well. 4 Ds for multiple laps, but unable to be overtaken, and job well done to him. D's now in P3, tried how hard he could to finish P3, but he couldn't quite do P2, but he couldn't quite do it. P3 good for him. Meanwhile, the two Mercedes drivers in P3 and 4, absolutely fantastic as a team. Edward might well be on his way to have a season best result, if I'm not mistaken, because P6 in that Aston Martin is going to feel surely fantastic. You know, Coulter Reeves is right behind him as well, but that Aston Martin is going to be finishing ahead and into 6th place. Job well done to him as Coulter Reeves, a very great result for him as well. P7 in that McLaren Special now, doing a decent job in P8 over the line, scoring points for his team. And Freddy in P9, and that little fight, Brendo is far behind, but meanwhile this little one, VDR and Brendo, VDR and Freddy could be nice, but that's going to be it. VDR into the final point scoring position, and the only driver outside the points is going to be Brendo. And over the line now, And that is it. That is your race winner, ladies and gentlemen. Different winner on at a different race out here. That is a second different winner of this season after Tyron dominating the season. Then came for the challenge of Fino. A very good race from him in the previous race as well. This time he gets that race win, gets that victory ahead of everyone. Fastest lap race winner. Driver of the day, Coda Reeves. Most overtakes is to him. Then Fino, this is your race results. Fino in P1, Evil in P2, Days in P3, Checo P4, followed by Midu in P6 with Coda Reeves in P7, Special in P8, followed by Freddy in P9. VDR completes the top 10. Then Brendo Zerky, that is just outside the top 10. Not a good race for him at all. But then comes D. Then the ones out of this one were DJ, Macho, Tyron, and Devin, all out of this race. So unable to get past, get through, but well done. I think fantastic job, fantastic you know, race this one. Throughout the race, drivers did all they could. Drivers did a great job overall. I mean, sure, we had 4 drivers out of this, but absolutely fantastic. I think all 4 of them were kind of in their own incidents, you know. They kind of got out of the race, but by kind of their own mistakes rather than, you know, colliding with each other. So this surely has to be a fantastic one, and I hope you all watching really enjoyed it. And once again, it was myself, Zabi, bringing you all the action out here from New Age Championship. We were here at the Dutch GP reverse grid, great racing. And next time we'll be back once again with it, same time, 11 PM UK. It was me, Azabi, and I'll be out. See you soon next time. Adios.